The Los Angeles Valiant have finally picked up the stage title they've been working so hard since the beginning of Stage 4 to get. In the end, though, it was their team chemistry, their trust in each other, and the conviction they had in their shot calling that really led them to upset the favorites. Hey guys, my name is Jim Basco, and this is What the Casters Missed. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at the LA Valiant matchup against the New York Excelsior here in the Stage 4 finals. It's pretty sick because the NYXL have been super dominant over the past couple stages, over the whole season really. But the LA Valiant in Stage 4, you know, their chemistry, their synergy really working out, and they're on a meteoric rise. But honestly, I think it's further enabled by their decisive shot calling. And we've got a really good clip to show you guys just how decisive and, you know, just how much trust these guys have in each other. But let's take a look at the clip first, and then we're gonna head on into the analysis of it. So let me let it play real quick.
Looking pretty good right now. NYXL are gonna waste no time, Matt, though. It is time to retake the point. It could be a long fight. And by the time the NYXL are back in control, if they win, it could be 0 to 99%. So the sooner they get started, the more margin of error they're going to have in case something goes wrong. Right now, though, they must be the ones that make the move. Or is it Agilities? Looks to go with the Dragon Blade. He's already found Jonak. The Zenyatta's missing. Jonak was close to a Transcendence, but he won't have a chance to use it. And there it is. Value City, one ultimate for 1-1 fight. At 78% to 0, the Valiant are now looking to run.
So I know, that Dragon Blade might have just looked like a good Dragon Blade, you know, Agility's fantastic, exceptional Genji player, he gets those all the time, so what's the big hullabaloo, right? But first, let me point something out. Okay, so earlier in that same match, you know, point is still 0-0, nobody has capped anything yet. The New York Excelsior, prior to that team fight, were running Pine on Widowmaker and Libero on Tracer. And, you know, they wanted to play who they were good at and kind of see how things went out. But, you know, Agilities has been giving them so much of a problem that by 11 minutes and 15 seconds in, when that second fight does take place, they've swapped their comp completely to try and deal with him and Soon on that Tracer, because the LA Valiant are running a complete dive on their side. New York Excelsior tried for a while to run the dive, that's with Janice on Winston and Mecco on Diva, back when Pine was on Widow and Libero was on Tracer, but that didn't work out at all. So they swapped over Pine to McCree and Libero onto Brigida because they thought if we can get those stuns off and protect Jonak, maybe we will have a chance against his Dragon Blades. It's a good thought for sure, and it's something that would work out if you're able to hit that first stun. And, you know, as I mentioned that, like going into the clip that we actually showed you at the beginning, you may have been thinking, I started that clip kind of early, because if you look at it, it just starts off with them kind of setting up here. But this is of absolute importance. So I'm gonna drag it back one more time and we'll break it down step by step. So basically the NYXL, you know, with their comp, like we mentioned, they wanna try and stick together. As soon as Agilities or Soon get too close, Libero's gonna look for the shield bash and, you know, get the combo off. That's easy 150 damage to take out Soon completely, do a good chunk of damage to Agilities, and then have either Pine follow up with a stun, and Jonak follow up with either a Discord orb or a shot to the face, you know, something he's very capable of. So as they're getting set up for the fight, the LA Valiant are in this entire time just taking in for information. You know, they do have control of the point, so they're just waiting for their opportunity to strike here. They're waiting, watching what happens in this moment. So we're gonna see Janus real quick. He's gonna be hopping from the middle of his pack, the NYXL, taking the high ground on the right side. This is important because the NYXL in this moment do get a bit split. Yes, it's pressure from Janus down onto Soon, who's also on the right side, but at what cost? You know, how fast can you cover ground in this game? So Janus heads on over to the right. You'll see him in just a second. We'll pause it here. He's gonna turn to the right. Boom, little monkey feet dancing on the edge of the horizon. Perfect. So basically, Janus putting down some pressure onto Soon. Soon is this little green flash in the doorway. And really what he's trying to do is just keep him zoned out. Not doing a fantastic job, and honestly, Monkey himself doesn't do a fantastic job of zoning out Tracer just because she's so mobile. Like, how do you deal with that if you're not like Roadhog or something, or Diva? But, you know, nonetheless, they continue to push in. Libero leads the way, New York Excelsior trying to come into this group. And you know how we mentioned before, if you're the NYXL, you want to try and stay grouped up. You want to try and be as closely knit as possible. This is not what that looks like to me. And, you know, Valiant realized that. So Agility's taking his time. He's looking for a perfect opportunity here. Libero pacing back and forth around the left and the right side because he sees Soon on that Tracer on the far right. He's trying to put pressure down here while still maintaining his closeness to his team. Very hard to do on a very immobile hero.
So the sooner they get started.
Moving forward, okay, team is pushing in. NYXL has come through the main choke. They come down left. The Valiant respond. They instead of trying to take this engagement around the left side rather, they back up and wait again for a proper window of opportunity here. They back up. They don't take that fight. Again, Soon peeks his head in from the right side, drawing Libero's attention. And this is all like, you know, this is all micro movements in the game. It's all mind games to see who's going to make the first huge move. And, you know, technically, Janus already made the first huge move by jumping all the way up here, but we'll see how that comes back to bite them in a second. So Brigida, Libero, he just a second ago, you'll be able to see it here.
Right now, though.
Oh, come on. There it is. Libero heads on over to the right side. In this moment, Agility's heads down. He just gets his Dragon Blade. His entire team at this point is communicating Libero around the right side. Watch out. But at the same time, if there's an opening there, if Libero gets too far from that Zenyatta, he's going to be completely useless because he's not going to be able to cover this amount of ground. So Agility's realizing that, sees Libero around the right side, communicates, Dragon Blade comes instantly out, dives straight onto Jonak, eliminates the Transcendence, gets the kill onto Pine shortly afterwards, and then from that, the team is just stumbling down. The Valiant so perfectly executed that. And you know, you've got to give it to Soon on that Tracer, and really the rest of the Los Angeles Valiant for realizing, hey, if Janus, you know, is in the high ground far away, if Libero is playing too far in Brigida, the rest of the supports on the NYXL and the DPS will be caught out and by themselves. Brigida isn't that mobile to be covering that much ground. Janus already used his movement ability and Custa saw him, spotted him out, they make the call and they dive instantly on. That split-second ability to just make a call and fully commit to it and have your entire team show up and just completely destroy is exactly what you need to become a champion. And Los Angeles Valiant showed that they had it in the Stage 4 finals, and it's going to be super exciting to watch them in the playoffs. So it may have looked like everyone just kind of hopped into that fight, you know, press Q to win, but honestly, you got to give it to the LA Valiant because that setup that they had was kind of impeccable. You know, they scouted for information. They had Soon on the right flank trying to bait out a little bit of the NYXL's presence, and you've got to give it to them because these are all Overwatch League teams. They just 3-1 the NYXL, and that's no joke. That's it for this week, guys. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon to become part of our notification squad today to find out when we're going to be uploading our videos. It's going to be a couple of times a week, so if you like content about Overwatch, Esports, or League of Legends in general, you're going to want to keep your eyes peeled. My name is Jim Basco, and we'll catch you guys next week.